When a Chinese supplier says yes, it does not always mean agreement. This misunderstanding quietly damages many Western deals. Most executives hear yes and assume commitment. They assume alignment. They assume the issue is resolved. But in cross-border negotiation, yes can mean I understand you, I hear you, I will consider it, or even I don't want to disagree directly. If you misinterpret that signal, you create operational risk without realizing it. In many Western business environments, communication is direct. In China and in much Asia, communication often prioritizes stability over confrontation. So, yes may simply mean I understand what you are asking. It does not automatically means I commit to executing it exactly as stated. This is not deception. It is structural communication style. If the request creates tension or requires internal discussion or conflicts with capacity reality, you may still hear exactly, yes. But execution will depend on internal alignment later. And this is where risk enters the system. Why this creates hidden execution risk? Well, most Western executives believe negotiation ends when agreement is verbalized. In reality, execution alignment often happens after the meeting. Inside the factory, discussions continue. Is this feasible? Does this affect margin? Does this create capacity stress? Is this aligned with long-term interest? If internal agreement is weak, the project moves forward slowly. Deadline shifts, specification adjusts, communication becomes vague. The Western side thinks they already agreed, but internally, the commitment was never fully solidified. This gap between verbal alignment and operational alignment creates friction, not because of bad intent, because of structural communication differences. Why direct confrontation is often avoided. In many Western cultures, direct disagreement is normal. In China, direct contradiction can create loss of face, especially in early stage relationship building. So instead of saying, no, that won't work, you may hear, yes, we will try, or even, yes, we will check. That preserves harmony, but it shifts responsibility into ambiguity. Executives who don't decode this pattern assume clarity where none exists. This is not cultural misunderstanding. This is structural misinterpretation. How smart executives respond. The solution is not confrontation, it is structural. Instead of asking, can you do this? Ask, what steps are you required to implement this? Instead of, if this possible, ask, what internal approvals are needed? Instead of assuming agreement, request timeline confirmation in writing. Clarify deliverables. Confirm milestones. Define accountability. You maintain relationship tone while increasing operational precision. That combination builds leverage. In global manufacturing, misunderstanding language is not about culture. It's about risk management. If you assume verbal agreement equals operational commitment, you create blind spots. Executives who decode communication correctly reduce friction before it appears. And in cross-border environments, clarity is leverage. Thanks for watching my channel. Until next time.